It's everything you never needed to know. This is totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Feed the pig.
What?
Feed the pig.
What? I don't even know what that means, but I want to find out. Hey, what symbol on the keyboard was almost forgotten? Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy. And this week we scoured the internet to find out these totally useless facts just for you.
Plus, we'll answer your question in the mailbag segment, which is, what was the first chewing bubble gum? And in the news, she had a deep relationship with the river, so she married it.
Totally useless information. It's everything you never needed to know.
This is totally useless computer and technology information. Let's double click with Roy and Nick.
Oh, yeah. Thanks very much for joining us, Old Man River. Two old men talking to you. Totally useless information. Actually, we're young at heart. Thank you for all of you. Over 85 countries now that are listening.
Speak for yourself. My heart is a mess.
That's right. Exactly. Totally useless information with Nick and Roy. And there are many ways for you to contact us. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's talk about computers. I'm going to give you my teaser right off the bat because I think, you're wondering what symbol was almost forgotten on the keyboard.
I was wondering.
I knew you were. You had that wondering look on your face, or wandering.
Yeah.
The symbol, the @ symbol.
Yes.
The @ symbol was rarely used, was nearly obsolete until it became essential for email addresses. So that symbol is called the @ sign, used primarily to direct electronic communications to specific entities, most notably in email addresses and social media handles.
Yeah, the and symbol. I didn't know for a long time until I read Car and Driver. They use that symbol and they call it it's called the ampersand.
Ampersand. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It is.
I don't know why they don't just call it that.
Not sure. No, but that's a different symbol. That's the and sign, the ampersand. This is the
I like
sign.
the drums. I like the cymbals and the drums.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a symbol. Yes.
Yeah.
You're a symbol of intelligence. Useless intelligence. You know what? They hold on. Yeah.
Are you blind?
No. So they have AI, which is artificial intelligence. We provide UI, useless intelligence. There you go. There's a new slogan. Useless intelligence.
Either that or a UTI. But anyway, in 1980,
yeah,
IBM. Now remember, 1980, Nick.
Okay,
we were in
high school.
Actually, just finishing high school.
Yeah.
In 1980, IBM shocked the world.
Yeah.
When it unveiled the first computer to breach the 1 gigabyte speed.
Ooh.
Okay, remember the computers that we worked on in high school, or should I say you? I didn't. You worked on it.
Yeah, I did.
That
yeah.
big monstrous.
The pet computer.
Thing.
It was
you got to take home for the summer. You won the raffle.
Yeah, it was over. It was over Easter break or something, and I had the pet computer for a week. And sorry for interrupting your fact here, but so it was for my 18th birthday, and what I did was I was able to take it home. And not realizing that Roy and my parents were planning a surprise party for me. So as I'm bringing the computer home, I open up the door to the side of the house, and everyone yells surprise, and I almost dropped the probably $4,000 pet computer.
Yeah, I can remember walking with the computer and you down the thing, and I knew that there was a surprise party in the house.
You know,
I was like,
exactly.
I better hold on to this freaking
Yeah, and I was over. I slept over Roy's house, right? I had a sleepover and everything, and he said, "Let's go wash my car." I'm like, I have to get home. No, let's wash the car. Then he's like, "Well, let's wax the car." I'm like, I gotta get home. So for 2.5 hours, I'm like, what is this? But
could you imagine how the people felt that were waiting there? I just wanted Nick to wax the car.
Wax on, wax off. Anyway, so you were saying
1980.
Yeah.
So IBM shocked the world with the first 1 gig speed computer, which was massive speed for back then.
Sure.
And storage, of course. In fact, it had 2.5 gigabytes.
Oh.
Which was just psycho at the time. Guess what?
What?
We couldn't have lifted it. It weighed 550 pounds.
Oh.
And it was the size of a full-size kitchen refrigerator.
No.
Yes.
Imagine that.
1980, that's not that long ago. And now we're walking around with phones that have 10 times that speed.
Yeah. I think in one of the useless facts that we did over the years, we talked about how NASA, the computer storage that they went up with I think the first space shuttle or one of the Apollo missions, was the amount of memory in one of those computers was something like our Casio watch had more memory than the computers.
I like NASA. I'm going there on a cruise ship.
No, it's NASA.
Oh, NASA.
Hey, this guy was fired. He was fired. He was kicked out on his butt for promoting this. He promoted computer animation. John Lasseter had a keen interest in studying computer animation. It was his primary motivation for his discovery. Although no one appreciated it then, computer animations have now become, of course, one of the best inventions in film industry. Now, it doesn't say where he was fired from, but he had a job and he said, hey, let's do this thing. The computers can do animation. They said, get the heck out of here. And now look what we are today, where we are today.
Before we started the show, because we're doing Zoom, Nick and I can see each other. And I said, oh, I need my glasses, my reading glasses. And I searched and found an extra pair on the desk.
Right.
I just bent down to read something, and look where they are, Nick. They're on the top of my head. So now I'm wearing two sets of glasses.
That's why they call you Four Eyes glasses.
That's why they call me old. So yesterday I'm sitting there and I say, okay, go, blah, 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 because I've got nests all over the house.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
There's a lot of birds in here. But anyway. But anyway, so I said that, and I said to myself, how many times a day does Google get asked to search something?
Oh, great question.
Cool,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
3.5 billion times a day. Google gets asked to search something, and it uses some 9 to 12 computers for each individual search.
Wow.
So think about that. It bounces off of other computers to find out and compile the information. And this is happening 3.5 billion times a day. That's 40,000 searches every second. While I was saying this, there was some, 160,000 searches.
Yeah.
1.2 trillion searches a year. That's insanity. It is. Right? I mean, that's crazy amount of information.
It is. And I think
that's really useless.
Well, it is. But those stats are probably compiled before AI. So you could just imagine AI today.
Oh, it's nuts.
It is. It's crazy.
I was talking to a teacher that says that's all they get.
Yeah, is AI. Yeah.
Is AI homework. They know it because some of it all matches.
Yeah. Boy. The more intelligent people get, the more stupid they become. The worst. I
use AI. I use AI for homework. In fact, I tell the teacher, hey, I didn't do it.
Right. Good point. The worst computer breach that ever happened. It was experienced by the U.S. military. So foreign intelligent hackers used a random memory stick found in a parking lot by an employee to execute their operations. So the intelligent hackers left this memory stick intentionally, and this employee said, oh, look, a free memory stick. Let me plug it into the computer and see what happens. And it was the worst computer breach that ever happened. So
that's just plain stupid for them to do that.
It is.
Who does that?
Yeah.
Nick, did you ever do that? No.
I never did.
I went directly to Nick.
Yeah, no, listen.
What idiot would do that? Nick, did you ever do that?
Don't forget the punctuation in between there. It's not a comma; it's a full period stop. I work at a radio station here in Toronto, and the computer policies are, the IT policies are that you're not allowed to plug in anything external. If there's anything that's connected to the computers, it's the wiring that they've already put in there. So I can't bring in.
Which is good because there's some freaky people there. Who knows what they're sticking in the computer?
so to speak.
Externally,
yes. That's no computer animation.
The first computer conceptualized on paper.
Yeah.
So this is actually, they conceptualized and wrote down what this computer would do.
Right.
When do you think, Nick?
What year?
Yeah. You were around.
1965.
Nope. 1786.
Okay. So I almost had it. I spelt it wrong, but I knew it.
1786 by a guy named Johann Hendrik von Mueller. This guy has four names.
Yeah.
He's very important.
Yes.
Johann Henrik von Mueller. He called it the difference engine. Wasn't called a computer. I like that. The difference engine.
Okay.
And he put on paper what it should do. It should compute numbers and so on, and use information like, that an encyclopedia would have at the time,
Yeah.
and be able to spit out that information, rather than look it up. Amazing. 1786.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the paper cuts to prove it.
Yeah.
So these big tech giants, Microsoft, Apple, HP, they have something in common.
Yeah, they're destroying the world.
No, they're not. Well, some think so. They started building their computers from a garage before they were able to advance. It all started in the garage. But HP preserved their garage to tell a story of the humble beginnings of now what many people consider one of the top computer brands in the world.
Totally useless information with Nick and Roy continues.
By the way, HP stands for Hewlett-Packard, right? There were these two guys, Hewlett and Packard were their last names, and they flipped the coin when they were starting up the company.
Oh, yeah, of whose name would go first.
And so Hewlett won the coin toss.
Yeah, I won the coin toss and let Nick go first because I feel bad for him.
Right, yeah. It's a common practice, apparently. Feeling bad for Nick.
The longest word that you can type on a standard computer keyboard using only one row.
Okay.
The longest word you could type, get ready, I love this one, it's crazy, is typewriter.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, because all the letters are in the top row. I'm staring down at the keyboard right now.
Yes, me too. Typewriter is the longest word that you could type using just the one row.
That's genius, I tell you. Just like this program, totally.
I sat here for 3 nights trying it.
Right. He couldn't figure out how to spell it.
Well, half the words I can't even say.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yes, you apparently have the Tourette's keyboard. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Thanks for joining us. So several ways for you to contact us. Go to nickandroy.com, and you can leave us an email by clicking on Contact Us. Go to nickandroy.com, and on the front page there, on the main page, you'll see a place where it says record your message. You can click on it and record up to a 90-second message. Anything you want to tell us or ask us at nickandroy.com. You go to nickandroy.com. Also, another way for you to communicate with us is you go to the bottom of nickandroy.com and you sign up for our VIP newsletter. But wait, there's more. If you're listening to us on radio, on the iHeartRadio Talk Network, coast to coast to coast in Canada, simply send us a text at 71010. We'll get it and we'll respond to you. So many ways for you to get in touch with us because
there's a lot of things for these people to do, Nick.
Exactly.
Just go to nickandroy.com.
That's the best way.
They can actually leave us a voice message.
They can. nickandroy.com.
Where do expressions come from? We want to know right now.
Ever hear the expression, I'm going to give them a taste of their own medicine?
Mm-hmm.
The origin of the phrase, a taste of your own medicine, came from Aesop's famous stories. Remember Aesop's tales?
Yes. The Aesop fable.
Aesop. Yeah, Aesop. What did I say? Aesop? Aesop.
You said, I don't know what you said.
The guy with the strange animals. So his famous story...
Weren't you the smarter one in high school?
Well, it depends on who tested me. Well, the guy who wrote the fables, the famous story about the swindler...
The guy.
The guy.
In fact, he should have used that as his
the guy.
name.
The guy with the famous story. The famous guy. right? So if you have to describe to people the famous guy but don't know the name, how famous is he, right? If you have to tell people you're famous, you're not. Okay, that's why we don't tell people.
By the way, did we tell you we're in 85 countries around the world?
That's right. But here's the thing: they don't even know it yet. Anyways, so here's the thing. So this famous guy wrote a famous story about the swindler who sells fake medicine, claiming that it can cure anything. But here's what happens: he falls ill when people gave him his own medicine, which he knows will not work. Therefore, the expression "a taste of one's own medicine."
Wow. I like that one.
There you go.
It was a bit long-winded to start, Nick, but the actual fact was good.
It'll be, you know what? It'll be famous one day.
So my fact, Aesop, no. How do you like them there apples?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the expression. Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
I get
you've heard that expression.
Yeah.
How do you like them there apples?
Okay.
Well, World War II.
Yeah.
World War One. There was a mortar bomb, which, you put it in the tube and it shoots out and it goes a very short distance, but it was used during trench warfare so that they could just drop little bombs like grenades into the trenches, further than they could throw them.
Right.
The mortar was called the apple. It was the apple mortar. And when it would shoot off, the English would yell at the Germans, "How do you like them there apples?"
Oh, there you go. And there's the expression.
It was actually a bomb, a grenade-style mortar bomb that was shot during trench warfare in World War I.
And call it apples. All right, so the expression, "a visit from the stork."
Ooh, cool.
So the myth can be traced back to ancient Greece, where cranes, which share many similarities with the storks, were associated with stealing babies. In Greek mythology, Hera, who was the goddess of childbirth, she had a rival, Joanna. And she found out that Joanna was having an affair with her husband, Zeus. So Hera turned Joanna into a crane with the elongated neck, so made her look silly because she was messing around, because Joanna was messing around with her husband. So Hera said, "Oh, yeah, there you go." And so the expression "a visit from the stork" means that, well, she came by to steal the baby instead of delivering it. So
right, because she was just pissed that she was turned into a stork.
That's right. So a quick promo here. So if you're a business that has a unique or clever name, send us an email at nickandroy.com. For example, we've had The Merchant of Tennis and a furniture place called The Shack of Sit. So if you're a business with a clever business name, send it to us. We'll give you a free plug here on Totally Useless Information.
Yeah,
with
we should actually call a furniture store full of sit.
Right.
Okay, what in tarnation?
Oh, what in tarnation? That sounds ancient. Okay, it sounds really ancient from the Midwest somewhere.
It comes from the word tarnal. Okay.
Yeah.
Which means eternal or nation. They're not sure exactly where the Latin terminologies meet, but they believe that it means like an eternal nation combined.
Oh. Okay.
So the phrase means what in the hell, like what in tarnation? So tarnal and nation combined.
Very good.
So what an eternal nation? I guess that would have been a cool thing to say back then. It makes not much sense now, I guess, because
what in tarnation?
What in tarnation is that?
What in tarnation are you talking about? Exactly, right? Well, all I know is that all of this is above my pay grade.
Oh, pay grade.
Above one's pay grade is when a person does not have knowledge or authority to do something. Pay grade is a U.S. military expression. The military establishes very strict levels of pay for each level of rank. So in other words, a pay grade is another way of specifying rank. So if you don't know something about whatever the situation, or you don't have the authority to make a decision on something, it's above your pay grade. So it's a military term.
Yeah, the military now is totally different.
Yeah.
In the U.S., we can't discuss people's genders
right
anymore.
right
And so they don't ask what they particularly have. So they could say they're a woman even though they're a man. So
right.
we can't discuss what's down there. So we're losing all our privates.
Ah. Wow.
They go directly to sergeant.
Right. Yeah. Well, exactly. 100%.
It was a long way around, Nick, but I got there.
It's okay. I needed an Uber just to find out what that was all about.
You know what I always say, Nick? Kill
What?
them all and let God sort them out.
I've heard you say that one too many times. What does that mean?
Kill them all and let God sort them out is a saying that I would have thought would have been something like military, like in this era.
Right.
Because it's a long kill them all and let God sort them out. But actually, it's from 1209.
Oh, wow.
During the religious crusades, the crusaders would ride into towns and just murder everyone because they didn't want to waste the time to decide who was a Catholic and who wasn't. So they just went in and murdered the entire town, and they'd say, just kill them all and then let God sort them out.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Because it was above their pay grade, you see. It's up to God now. See how that all worked out?
I think that's a massive erection.
I wasn't. We lift you up.
You see how I go back to that
exactly,
one, right?
Yeah. It's a really uplifting company to work for.
Oh, yeah.
According to Hoyle.
Ooh.
This English,
good one.
It is. It's a really good one.
And if you've never, I've actually heard that. That's like one that my dad would say.
Yeah, this goes back a few years, but the English writer, best known for his works on the rules of card games.
Ooh, okay.
The phrase according to Hoyle, meaning strictly according to the rules, came into the language as a reflection of broadly perceived authority on a subject. So it's named after Edmund Hoyle, you would think, right? There we go.
Right.
While the phrase originates from card games, it's now used in a wider context to refer to just stick to the rules or regulations or of any activity or process. Now, here's another bonus fact. There's a bonus fact here on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Because of his contributions to gaming, Hoyle was a charter inductee into the Poker Hall of Fame in 1979.
Hey, watch your mouth. This is a PG show.
Yeah, I said poker.
You said poker.
Yeah.
Poker where?
Nick and Roy will continue with Totally Useless Information. To access the full library of episodes, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com. We're back with Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
We say, if somebody asks us what time it is and it's noon, we say 12 o'clock.
Right.
Why do we say o'clock?
I know. I think I know the answer. The guy was Irish. The first person that asked was Irish.
Patio clock.
Right. Was that it? Is that
patio furniture?
Right. Hey, if that's the name of your business and you have patio furniture and you happen to be Irish, send us an email at nickandroy.com. So
ATTY.
Yeah.
Patio furniture.
Right. So was it an Irish person who they asked first and he said it's 4 o'clock? No. No, the term o'clock comes from the term from the clock, and there's a reason for it. Okay.
And I said, okay, that's not that big of a deal, right? But why from the clock? So rather than saying it's 12 from the clock, they just say 12 o'clock, okay?
All right.
Because it was quicker. But why? So I delved deeper. Because a lot of times people would ask what time it was, and people were using other devices which were not as precise, like sundials and other devices. So they'd say it's around 1 o'clock, but they really didn't know. But if they knew for sure, they'd say it's 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock.
Very good.
The word o'clock meant definitive.
Very good. What I never understood was sundials. Could they not tell time on a cloudy day?
I don't know, Nick, but you have one on the top of your head.
That's right. And right now, the beams are pointing towards Australia, one of the 85 countries that listen to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Hey, go to our website, nickandroy.com. We told you many ways for you to get in touch with us. But one great reason for you to go, in fact, go to the Nick and Roy store on our website, and you can order.
Are you talking about the birthday messages,
I'm
Nick?
absolutely talking about the Nick and Roy Totally Useless birthday message for your loved one.
How many? I mean, this month was insane.
Yeah.
We're doing so many birthday messages. Yeah. But the point, folks, the reason we're doing so many is we do a birthday message for somebody, we end up doing 5 more for that same family or group.
Yeah.
Because the people that hear it get it for their friends. It is fantastic. It's a mini show, a totally useless information show about the year and date and some facts like what sports teams they like, and we say what music was out at that particular year. It's a great show for the people, specifically made and tailored for them. This is not fake AI or us just saying happy birthday like that really matters. It's a really cool show for them for their birthday or holidays.
Find out what the big fuss is about. Go to the Nick and Roy store on our website, nickandroy.com.
Wall Street, Bay Street, NASDAQ, Hang Seng, loonies, toonies, dollars, and yens. This is On the Money with Nick and Roy.
Money, money, money makes the world go round, right?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
I like money.
We all do.
I have some of it.
Yes.
You remember that movie?
Which movie?
I think it was Wedding Singer, when he goes for the loan in the bank, and he goes, "I like money. I have some of it. I keep it in a jar above my refrigerator."
That's funny.
The first form of currency was trading.
Okay.
And livestock like cattle became one of the biggest items to trade and one of the most expensive items to trade at the time.
Right.
But they weren't called cattle back then.
Right.
They were called caput.
Yes.
C-A-P-U-T.
Right.
Which is a Latin term for head.
Right.
Like capo.
Right. Yes.
In Italian.
Yeah.
And Spanish. So the caput is a head and it became the head of cattle.
Right.
So someone that had a lot of caput was wealthy. The word caput ends up getting bastardized into the word capital.
Yes.
How crazy is that?
This is how crazy that is. I had that exact same fact. Cows were once currency. Yes.
No.
It's okay.
Did you have that?
I did. It happens every once in a while. And if you're familiar.
Wasn't that a cool one, though?
It was, because, I mean, the headline got me, right? Cows were once currency, right? I'm like, that's interesting.
I'm glad I went first, because now Nick's question is kaput.
It is. Now I'm going to have to milk it for all it's worth. Maybe that's where that expression came from. I know we just finished expressions. It's like maybe that expression, maybe it's money. Milk them for all they're worth. Now, printing money, because people, countries around the world, they still print money, paper money. It requires a lot of ink.
Ooh.
The U.S. Bureau of Engraving and Printing uses nearly 9 tons of ink every day to print new currency. So magnetic ink is used in the printing of this currency. Each denomination has a different face and therefore a different magnetic signature. Similar to a barcode reader, right? The machines recognize the denomination by its magnetic signature.
Ooh, so magnetic ink. So the first form of metal money was not a coin. It was actually an ingot.
Of gold.
Like a square piece of metal.
Okay.
The first people trading this metal money were the Mesopotamians. That's basically where modern day Iraq is now.
Right.
The Mesopotamians, they would make these ingots out of either silver or gold or bronze, because bronze was important at that time as well. And they figured the money value of it was the weight of the ingot. So it was just a piece of metal that they would put into a scale, and they would know that this is a $5 ingot and this one's a $10 ingot,
Right.
worth of $5 or $10 or $20.
Yeah.
And then Rome started stamping faces on them so that they could show that Rome was behind the money, which was pretty ingenious.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant they actually stamped their face. That would hurt.
No. Mike Tyson did that.
Right, yeah. He did.
And I'm going to tell him you said that, so the next time he'll punch you in the face.
That's right, 100%. So these next couple of facts kind of, we're doing money here on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy on the money. But we also have, on one of the newer topics, law. So this kind of combines both law and money. In Thailand, it is illegal to step on money.
It's illegal to step on money?
The Thai currency features images of the royal family, and defacing or stepping on money is considered an insult to the monarchy, which should land you in serious trouble. So don't step on the money.
Yeah, well, it's disrespectful.
It is. Because it has the images of the royal family, I guess the current royal family. I mean, up here in Canada, while the Queen was alive, we had the Queen's image I still have the Queen's image on our money. Now the King is coming through. But,
except it's Charles.
Right, now it's Charles. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And now we call our currency, we're all ears. But anyway, so it's quite interesting, though, that we don't have a law like that here because we do have the monarchy on the face of our money. But in Thailand, don't do it. Don't step on the money.
Yeah, that's too formal there. I prefer no ties. I don't like Thailand. Yeah. You know what to buy somebody there? I'll tell you, right? For Christmas, got you a tie.
A tie. There you go. Tom's Place does.
Yeah, there you go. Tom's Place. I love Tom's Place.
Yeah, it's great.
So my teaser was feed the pig.
Oh, yes.
What is feed the pig?
Right.
Well, pig, P-Y-G-G,
right,
is a type of clay that was used in England to make vases and pottery. They would make the pidge, or the pig.
Right.
It depended on who was saying it, but they would make the pig out of red clay. And they would bake the red clay and they would have a jar.
Right.
Well, they would place I just said, remember I said, I like money. I keep it in a jar above the, they had a jar and they'd keep it in there and they'd say, put the money in the pig jar. And eventually somebody got smart and formed the jar into a pig. And thus we have the piggy bank.
There you go. Wow.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
What's in the mailbag? What's in the mail?
Richard from Caslow, British Columbia. Nick and Roy, what can I say? I don't tell us. Oh, okay. You guys are the best. We always appreciate your show. We listen to you on the radio and download your podcast. I love chewing gum, Richard says. What was the first bubble gum sold in stores? Thanks for your answers and forever fan, Richard. Well, Richard.
Wrigley's? Was it Wrigley's?
This is bubble gum.
Oh, bubble gum.
In 1928, a Fleer employee named Walter Deemer finally devised a successful formula for the first commercial bubble gum. And he called it...
Oh, I remember this fact.
Double bubble.
Is this about the pink, too?
Not the information I have here, but Deemer's bubble gum was the first ever commercially sold bubble gum, and its sales surpassed $1.5 million in the first year. Wow. To help sell the new bubble gum, Deemer himself taught salespeople how to blow bubbles. They can in turn teach the potential customers how to blow a bubble.
So I see Mahmoud and then I see Arab Emirates and I'm like, cool.
Nice. One of the 85 countries, yeah.
Dubai. I want to go to Dubai, Nick.
Here's fascinating.
I heard that's really, really nice. I want to go there. It's like the Las Vegas of but for real.
Yeah.
They have skiing, indoor skiing.
Wow.
It's insane. But anyway, Mahmoud from the Arab Emirates, he says, we listen to your podcast at home and we are very pleased.
Good. We've done something
I guess
right.
That's like we love it.
Yeah. We've done something right.
I would like to offer a new category.
Uh-oh. All right.
Yes.
What is it? I have my pen ready.
Because I am from Arab Emirates and have a much different culture.
Yeah.
Why not do cultures from around the world?
But we do. It's called Cultures and Traditions. Oh, it's called it's called Customs and Traditions. You know what?
Customs and Traditions. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that in the near future. Customs and Traditions. But but it is interesting though. He brings up a great point because of the cultures.
Yeah.
Does he talk about his culture and
Well, he said, my culture is completely different than most American culture is.
Sure, or the West,
and plus, his idea of American culture is like everybody loves Raymond.
Right. On the show today, we talked about computers, we talked about expressions, we talked about money. It's time for the news.
And now, from around the corner and around the world, this is TUI News.
In the United Kingdom, a woman married a river in a bid to protect it from pollution. She says
I hope her name wasn't Brooke.
No, it's not. She says it's wedded bliss, apart from when she broke her leg swimming in it, but we'll get to that in a moment. Meg Avon, yep, she took the river's name after marriage, 28 years old, was blessed in holy matrimony with the filthy, vomit-inducing River Avon in southwest of England. A couple of years ago now. This is a story that's a couple of years old, but it caught my attention. And she says that she and her darling, keep their romance alive and have never been happier. I'm wondering, you know what I was wondering? If the ceremony was streamed. That's what I wanted to know.
She's going on and on. I'm not sure if it's the river that's the babbling brook.
She said, we're still in the honeymoon period, and I'm still pretty obsessed with the river.
Mm-hmm.
Their relationship...
She lays in there naked and starts singing, Old Man River.
Well, their relationship began as a confluence, which is the point where two rivers meet, a confluence. Mm-hmm. She says, quote, I wake up thinking about the river. My life's quite shaped by the river. I'm always thinking about when I can next spend time with the river.
Yeah. And she says, the river never fails to get me wet.
Yes. But listen, check this out, though. She's quite daring.
Nick, she married a river.
Yeah, but check this out, though. She likes to swim around. I'm spending a lot of time with other rivers, but I think it's okay.
No, it's not. That's cheating.
Yeah, that's right. They're all one because it's pretty fluid. They have a pretty fluid and open relationship.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
A fluid, open relationship.
Fluid,
no pun intended.
Well, maybe she did. She
so
says
she's messing around. How do you think Avon feels?
I don't know. We haven't asked the river yet. I think we got a pretty strong connection and commitment to each other. Now, Meg tied the knot with the poo-filled...
I guess she's rushing into it.
We're not sure if she rushed into it. And I think she flew Delta to get there.
Yeah.
Meg tied the knot with a poo-filled river in a joyful ceremony.
Wait a minute, though. She's having a stream of affairs.
Yes. She is. I wonder if they decorated the area with streamers. I'm not sure. So during their first anniversary, Meg attempted to travel along the river for a week. She broke her leg.
Oh, do you think when they have safe sex, they do it in a rubber boat?
In a rubber raft. They do it in a rubber raft. That's how they do it, absolutely. During the vows, we all came together and said, we do. We thought the ceremony was going to be a bit fun and silly. We got some nice pictures and have a nice celebration. But everyone was weeping and sobbing, even the celebrant. And she does mostly funerals, according to Meg.
Everything was great until the rubber raft went over the falls.
That's right. Or there was a leak in the rubber raft. But it's all because we all know deep down that this is this river is dying. Now,
yeah, take her to the beach. She sees the ocean. She's really gonna fall in love.
That's right.
She's like, I've never seen one this big.
Size matters. When you think of it, one last quote from her. When you think of how much our body makeup is water and how much of the world is water, I feel like the river speaks through me. Well, through me too. Now, I'm looking for some information here. I'm not sure if there are kids in their future, but I could just imagine that their firstborn would be
little pools.
No, they would probably name their firstborn Brook or River.
Yep. Or lake.
Or lake.
And here's my other little one, beautiful pond.
Wow. I wonder if they have joint accounts at the bank. Okay, that's all the time that we have for this.
At the bank.
At the bank. Okay, that's all the time we have for this episode of Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. We will scour.
And for those that want to write in, and
Yes.
Nick's been fighting a cold.
Yeah.
That's why he sounds the way he does.
That's
Thank God I'm in Florida, this far away from this guy,
That's
because
right.
he's contagious. In fact, he probably has infected half of Canada at this
Listen,
point.
we are contagious because we will scour the internet.
Do we love this show, Nick?
We love it
You're actually
so much.
doing this show
On my sick bed.
on his sick bed.
Right.
Yeah. Right by the river.
Right by the river.
In a van.
In a
van down by the river.
Wearing a rubber ducky. We will scour the internet far and wide to find out more totally useless information just for you.
Until then, just sit by the edge of the river and tell a friend to listen to this show.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy.
Thanks very much for listening.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is recorded and produced in Canada. For more totally useless information, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com.